Guruganeshabhyam Namaha. Today we will look at the meaning of the Divyanama Siddhi. Siddhi, attainment of objective. You do mantra sadhana, and when the desired proficiency to apply the mantra is achieved, it is said that you have Siddhi in that mantra. Sri Hari is the only objective goal worthy of achieving. Even Swarga is not permanent. When your punya is exhausted, you have to come back. Come out of Swarga. Swargadya anubhavakshena shishta prachina karmanam bhogaya jananam nirunam. Your own karma takes you to experiences such as Swarga or Naraka. When the quantum of karma is too much, heavy, so that it cannot be exhausted with human experience, then you go to Swarga or Naraka. Say you have fed 10,000 people. The satisfaction, the enjoyment that all those 10,000 people had while taking the food served by you, that has to come back to you. You have only one tongue and one stomach. It is going to take 10,000 days to take you through that experience. There is a limit to the pleasure that you can have through your sensory organs such as tongue. In heaven, the rules change. This threshold is quite high. The intensity of pleasure is much higher. The pleasure you get from having 1,000 meals on earth will be derived from having a single meal in the heaven. Just for example, don't take it in the literal sense. So is the case with pain. Beyond a threshold, you don't feel pain here. You don't feel more pain beyond a point. Even if the intensity of the source of pain increases, your pain does not increase. That is why some patients in extreme trauma go into shock. They go numb. They don't feel pain anymore. In Naraka, there is no such limit. So if you have to suffer 100 units of pain in total, on earth, you can suffer only 1 unit per year. Even if you are constantly in excruciating pain, it will take you 100 years to suffer all that pain. In Naraka, it will be 10 units per year. Because the level of pain is 10 times more. So the same 100 units of pain can be exhausted in 10 years. So Swarga and Naraka are the fast track systems where excess of punya or papa that cannot be handled through earthly experience are taken care of. Man takes another birth on earth once this quantity of punya or papa or their mix are taken care of and exhausted in Swarga or Naraka, so that he can be again accommodated in the realm of human experience of pleasure and pain. What I mean to say is that even Swarga is not permanent. Even Apsaras and Gandharvas, whose natural dwelling place is heaven, they get debarred when they commit some mistake. The only objective worthy of achieving is Sri Hari, after achieving whom there is no rebirth. But there is a precondition in obtaining Siddhi. Mandre tirthe dvije deve daivajne bheshaje gurau yadrishi bhavanayasya siddhir bhavati tadrishi. This is very interesting. Mantras believe that mantras will take you close to divinity. Tirthas such as Ganga and Godavari believe that if you take a dip in them, your sins are washed away. You are purified. Dvija is a noble person. Believe that if he blesses, it works. Deva, faith in God, belief in God. Daivajna, faith in an astrologer. Bheshaja means medicine, faith in medicine. Guru, faith in your own Guru, that he will show you the right path. Now these results, whether you get them or not, or what you get from these, depends on your attitude towards them. Mantra, if you think, believe, you have to believe from the bottom of your heart that mantras can transform you, they will. If you think that, okay, everyone is doing some mantra or the other, let me also do a trial, then you're always in trial. Never near your goal. You will not get anything out of it. Tirtha. Oh, look at this water. It is so dirty, filthy. I'm going to get some skin disease if I take bath in this. That is what you will get, a skin disease. Whereas those who have blind faith, those who have pure faith, that it can cleanse you from inside, from deep, their papas are washed away. There is a story. A person wanted to go on a pilgrimage, to go all around and take dips in all the holy rivers. He didn't want to go alone. He called a friend for company. This friend was a rationalist. He didn't believe in all this. But for the sake of friendship, he went along. Still, he wanted to prove a point. So he carried a bottle of bitter gourd pickles with him. They went to all the holy rivers and completed the pilgrimage in 1 month. They returned home and sat down for a homely meal. The pilgrim's wife served the meal. This friend took out the bottle of bitter gourd pickles, put a spoonful in the pilgrim's plate and also on his plate. The friend, the rationalist friend, tasted a little bit of the pickles and exclaimed, "Oh, it is still bitter." Wherever the pilgrim took a dip, the friend would also dip the bottle of pickles for the pilgrim to see. He was trying to prove that even after taking dips in so many holy rivers, the bitter gourd was still bitter. Its bitterness did not go. He was trying to say that taking dips in holy rivers is a waste of time. It cannot clean you from inside. This is what is called attitude. One man does it with faith, the other man does it to prove his point. They both get what they want. Dvija, a noble person, if you're prostrating before a noble person, thinking, what is different in him? His blood is red, my blood is also red. He has learned religion, I have learned science. How is he greater than me? Then better not do it. You will end up getting only a muscle catch. Deva. Belief in Deva. What power that piece of stone has got? They call it Patthar Pujan, stone worship. Idol worship is not there in the Vedas. When you make such statements, do you know for sure? Or are you just repeating what you have heard somewhere or read in one of your WhatsApp forwards? Chakshusha etat prajñāyate yad aprajñeyam. Whatever is imperceivable, know it with your eyes. Do these people know about Shulba Sutra, how imagery is used in Vedas? Why do the Rigveda mantras give descriptions of what gods look like? So, slightest doubt in your mind that how can a stone idol help you? With that, you go to a temple, then you are not worshipping God, you are only worshipping stone. Believe in Daivatnya, astrologer. If you think that the astrologer is going to exploit you because they exploit the gullible in the name of a pseudoscience, that is what you will end up with, being exploited. You will end up with such people. Go to him with faith. The divinity will talk to you through him. If you go for the wrong reason, you will end up with the wrong person. If you go for the right reason, you will meet the right person. Bheshajam, medicine, belief in medicine. You take a tablet. After that, you notice that it had crossed expiry date. It has crossed the expiry date does not mean that it will turn into poison. It will lose some of its potency. It may not be as effective. If you don't know that, you would have fainted by now and will be in the ICU of the nearest hospital. Medicine which was supposed to cure you has landed you in ICU. The only difference is what you thought about it. You thought instead of medicine it has become poison. So you suffer the consequences. That is in your mind, that is in your thinking. Faith in Guru. 3-week program in this ashram, nothing happened. 2 weeks of advanced course in the other ashram, nothing happened. Yoga, pranayam, nothing happened. Mantra Diksha, nothing happened. Bhajan, satsang, nothing happened. With this attitude, nothing will happen. Yadrishi bhavana yasya siddhir bhavati tadrishi. With the wrong attitude, nothing you will get. Sarva vastushu samvidrupatvat siddhihi. Bhagavan is knowledge, consciousness that is present in all objects, beings. He can be realized from anything. He can be realized from everything. He can be achieved from anything and everything. Hence he is called Siddhi. Yam prithak dharma jaranaha. He is not attained by only a single method. By many different methods he can be attained. Ayameva hyupayaischa siddhi syat sadhyate yataha. Upayaihi, plural, indicating various methods. There are several methods to get close to him. All of them work. Some sooner, some later. Taking his names is the easiest and fastest way. Harihi Om.
यज्ञो हि श्रेष्ठतमं कर्म